While Gen Z and millennials are working multiple jobs to stay afloat, boomers are left counting up their loose pocket change trying to squeeze into the local retirement home. I know you probably see 21-year-olds driving Lambos on your Instagram and Hugh Hefner type guys playing sugar daddy with your college pass-around chick, but believe it or not, the majority of the population is filled with broke dropouts like you and me, or old people forced to be a greeter at Walmart for 20 hours a week to keep the lights on. The future is dim. But today in this video, let's talk about the current times and why everyone of pretty much all ages are completely broke. And if you've personally been liking my daily doomer commentaries or can relate with anything I've been talking about over here, feel free to like, comment your thoughts, opinions below, and subscribe to see my daily videos right here on the page. And a huge shout out to the few of you who go above and beyond and check out some of those links down below in the description. Those are some of the best ways to support me and the content right here. Now, let's begin this shit show.
So how does the richest generation in American history still retire broke? See, that's the gotcha the system won't admit. And it's already happening. Over 60% of baby boomers are retiring with mortgage debt, credit card payments, and credit card balances. And the average savings, horrible. Less than $100,000 after a lifetime of working. You see, this is not financial freedom. This is financial fragility. But here's the truth that no one's saying. It's just not about bad spending habits. It's about inflation. It's about rising costs and a broken system that told people to rely on Social Security, IRAs, and 401ks. And hope. And that plan failed them. So if you don't pivot now, you're next. So this is what I tell my clients. You don't just need a savings account. You need a paycheck that keeps coming even when your job doesn't. See, certain annuity strategies can give you income for life, no matter how long you live, no matter what the market or what the inflation rate does. See, this isn't about trying to beat the market. It's about making sure you don't lose to reality. See, in my book, Gotcha, Avoiding the 5 Pitfalls of Financial Independence, this is gotcha number 4, inflation. Because prices that are rising are the silent thief of every retirement.
Now in my last video, when I was talking about, the divide between Gen Z and boomers, millennials, Gen Xers, the divide between the generation, that is probably the most talked about topic on my channel. It's pretty much what my whole channel is built off of. But despite that, the topic around that, so many of you older folks actually commented some very negative, rude takes in the comments, and I do read all the comments, by the way. I just don't always comment and, reply back to all of them, but I do read them all. I do see each and every one of them, so I do appreciate you guys who, share your thoughts, opinions down below. Always feel free to do that. This is a safe space around here, just try to be respectful when you debate. But, a lot of you guys were saying, Gen Z millennials are just so soft. We've been coddled our whole lives, and we just don't understand that we need to, toughen up, and we just want to be started out in first place. And that's not really the case. It's that, a lot of the stuff I touch on about how the economy is struggling, the dollar is getting devalued right before our very eyes, but I never really like to touch on that. How we literally went through a recession and they refused to touch on it, even though in every other recession, it was actually the biggest deal ever, and we felt that we just never really got the news about it. And then they try to distract us with a bunch of bullshit. And if you've actually been paying attention to any sort of government thing around the last couple of years, do you really believe these puppets? I don't really think I would. But at the end of the day, despite which side you on, red or blue, black or white, male or female, it doesn't matter who you are. Once you get to your older ages, it's hard to continue to work and struggle and get by. And if you're not saving all your money, which, let's be honest, the average person does not save enough money they really need to get by, or at least to get by in their later years when they don't want to work anymore, or they can't work anymore because their body's not eligible, especially if you're doing labor jobs or anything that actually requires you to use your body any sort of way. It gets tough, and it gets really tough. And my whole channel's not based around oh, I'm a little Gen Z 25-year-old who just hates older people. That's definitely not the case. And I'm not trying to come at anybody aggressive here in the beginning of the video. It's just the whole point of my channel is to say that if we stop being so divided between oh, the younger generation sucks and the older generation sucks too, we could probably maybe solve some of these problems and not all suffer once you reach retirement age, and even suffer throughout the time when you're trying to get there. Because let's be honest, you never really know how long you're going to live in life. We're actually going to hear about some boomers here in this next video that are making it to that time frame. It's not really working out for them like they initially planned it to.
I'm almost 65. I started saving for my retirement in my late 20s. But along the way, I dipped into my nest egg, not once, but several times.
So this is my IRA and 401k, and
which will be cleaned out over a certain amount of time.
Right.
And now, like millions of other baby boomers, I too don't have enough.
The key to your retirement working out is having enough return on your assets.
Most of my savings went to pay for my kids' educations.
This is where fees would really hurt you badly
This
as well.
is where fees would hurt you badly.
A divorce and the crash of 2008 didn't help either.
Well, it looks like my own personal fiscal cliff.
I'm now planning to work for as long as I possibly can.
So this whole plan is predicated on working full-time until 70.
Yes.
And at 70,
From age 70 to 75, I have you working part-time.
These days, many baby boomers are planning to delay their retirement. Some may never stop working. It's hard. Without knowing exactly how long you're going to live, it's difficult to guess how much you need to put away.
I think I might have actually shown this video beforehand in one of my, long time ago videos, but I have reacted over like 500 videos on my channel, so I don't really remember exactly which videos I might be replaying, but they do touch on the topic at hand in whichever said video I'm covering, or whichever said topic I'm covering in said video, then I might have to reuse them again if I don't remember, so sorry if you've already seen this one, but this is probably the perfect example of what I'm talking about here on this channel, or at least in this video right here, where it's like, the reason why Gen Z millennials have such a hard time putting their, best foot forward and putting 110% and actually caring about their job is because you look around, you see everybody, your managers are miserable, your grandparents are barely even being able to retire. I know damn near nobody in my family is ever going to be able to fully retire. They're going to be retiring, still working part-time because that Social Security is not going as far as, you probably initially planned it to. And, I don't feel like we shouldn't be blaming the younger generation for saying like, oh, you guys are just whining. Maybe you guys should be like, you know what? Let's help you out here. You guys don't understand finances. You guys don't want to listen. But let's at least throw the tips out there and, throw you a little hallelujah and hope you, get some grace from it. Because blessings come and go, guys, and we shouldn't be so divided and negative back and forth with each other. That's not really how you solve any problem or situation. And that's really what they want, guys. Divide and conquer. This entire country is built on dividing and conquering in every single way. Look at every single debate. Look at every single, back and forth that goes on. It's always a one side and the other side. And both sides always have a solid point when you actually hear them out. I mean, the majority of the time. But at least in their own heads, they do. But, when you actually hear them out, you're like, okay, now let's stop thinking this way. Let's come together because we're all just trying to get by at the end of the day. That's really how this life really is.
Denied? You're denying my claim? Oh, I don't understand. I have full coverage.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Hoganson, but our liability is spelled out in paragraph 17. It states clearly.
I pay for this.
Excuse me. Claims, Bob Parr.
I'm calling to celebrate a momentous occasion. We are now officially moved in.
Yeah, well, that's great, honey. And the last 3 years don't count because
I finally unpacked the last box. Now it's official. Ha ha ha. Why do we have so much junk?
Listen, honey, I've got it quiet.
Say no more. Go save the world one policy at a time, honey. Oh, I gotta go pick up the kids from school. See you tonight.
Bye, honey. Excuse me, where were we?
I'm on a fixed income. And if you can't help me, I don't know what I'll do.
All right, listen closely. I'd like to help you, but I can't. I'd like to tell you to take a copy of your policy to Norma Wilcox, WILCOX, on the 3rd floor, but I can't. I also do not advise you to fill out and file a WS-2475 form with our legal department on the 2nd floor. I would not expect someone to get back to you quickly to resolve the matter. I'd like to help, but there's nothing I can do.
Oh, thank you, man.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I know you're upset. Pretend to be upset.
You authorized payment on the Walker policy?
Someone broke into their house, Mr. Huff. Their policy clearly covers him against
I don't want to know
any
about their
litigation.
coverage, Bob. Don't tell me about their coverage. Tell me how you're keeping Insuracare in the black. Tell me how that's possible with you writing checks to every Harry Hardluck and Sally sob story that gives you a phone call.
This is another video I wanted to throw in here because it's not just, retirement's a scam. It's not just 401ks are a scam or any sort of, system that we've been taught our whole lives to follow and, we hope was going to actually, set us off to the land of paradise. And it never really ends up doing that. We never really get that day of victory like you see in all the movies. Like, oh, here we are sailing off into the sunset. That never really happens in real life. It really feels like. But, and then something does happen, you're paying and paying and paying, and it's really illegal not to pay for certain insurance, like car insurance, health insurance, all this stuff, especially when you're older, the more you want it, the more you feel like you need it. You pay this bill month after month after month, and never really use it, never really need it, and you're, pumping money into this little, into this business's pockets. For you to actually one day reach out, like, hey, I genuinely need your guys' help. I've been, putting my hand in you've been putting your hand in my pockets. I need to put my hand in your pockets for a little bit. And they're like, you know what? we can't really approve any of this, okay? This is way farther above your coverage than you've really been applied for. And you're like, dude, like, this is not, like, and you've seen this for very big people, like that, like, Ben Askren guy who, you know, had, like, the lung transplant. Multimillionaires, even they don't get covered. So they have to reach out to their multimillionaire friends. Luckily, Jake Paul reached out crazy. I mean, everybody's a different person, but at least people who have money, some of them, you know, actually do good stuff with it. But it's crazy to think how it doesn't matter who you are, guys. You can't really just rely on other people to take care of you. So if you don't have enough money saved up to take care of yourself when something bad goes wrong, if you don't have enough money saved up for when you know, can't work anymore, when you get to that age where you're expecting to be able to retire, if you don't have enough money to do whatever you want to do, it's not going to happen, guys. And it's not just a younger person thing realizing that. Many older folks are starting to realize that as well, and like, shit, the whole dream I was sold, the whole American dream, it's a lie, guys. It's a lie. And I've seen so many people actually traveling outside of the country to experience the American dream. I guess some people think the American dream is more accessible outside of America. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. I've covered some videos on that. Maybe we'll touch further on that in the future. Hey, shit, maybe if I blow up on YouTube, I'll try it. This, I mean, also, a lot of you guys were hating on the online revenue streams. And, like, this is like a passive source of income. So the best part about it is one day if I do get old, or one day if I do break my neck and I'm paralyzed, I could still throw up my camera and make some videos. So that's a godsend. But either way, let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions down below, and if you know, which generation you're in, your thoughts and opinions, and if you are an older person, if you've been able to find a way to make it out and not have to, you know, work with the chains on for the rest of your life, because many of us, we don't really see a way out of this. It's going to wrap up today's video, and I appreciate everybody who has been watching. Feel free to check out all my other videos if you guys have been liking these daily doomer commentaries and all that shit. And feel free to leave down below other thoughts, opinions with other topics you'd like to hear me touch on and talk about here on the channel. Huge shout out to all you guys who've been going above and beyond and checking out those links down below in the description. Those are some of the best ways to support me and the content around here. Yeah, sorry I didn't post a video. Wait, did I post a video yesterday? I don't know. I'm trying to do daily videos, so hopefully we can keep this up. You know, life comes and goes, but we're only here for a short amount of time. So as long as, you know, this is entertaining somebody, or somebody watches it, or the algorithm pushes it, I'll be here doing my thing. I've been here doing it for free forever. Finally getting a couple cents. Hopefully one day we can make the millions, and I can give back and put my money where my mouth is. For now, I'm a broke loser like everybody else. So appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying. See you in the next one.